Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today is an unboxing of sorts. It's the Front Rank's 28mm Scots Greys. I had to think then. It's been a long day. These I am painting as part of a commission for another YouTube marra, Mick, and that's the MGH1736 channel. I'll put a link to his channel in the description of the video. I'm going to start cleaning these up in the next couple of days, and I thought, well, if I don't get this video done now, it's not going to get done. So again, these are the old style, if you want to call it that. Pose wise, you know, there's not a great variety of the poses, a bit like the French commission that you saw me painting infantry wise. You get this fella here, by the look of it, as a trooper, and this fella with a more outstretched arm. I mean, what you lack in poses, there's always great details on the figures themselves. It's got the very short cavalry carbine, and that is a proper carbine length. I know they look really sawn off, but they were British ones anyway. So they've got the overall trousers, the leather reinforcements at the bottom. These haven't got the shako covers on, if you want to call them that. They're obviously in full bare skin type thing. Again, there'll be probably, it's a bit hard to see with the lights on, but let me just try and arrange them a bit better. Also, you've got that mould seam there, mould line. Very slight pitting here and there, but nothing that is going to particularly sharpen the painting, I don't think. Mess kits on the back of the roll. Just seeing if you need to do the saddle blanket. Just need probably I usually try and clean them up at the back there, particularly smooth off the face a bit. But no, on the whole, you always get them with Front Rank. It tends to get a chunk on the base of the feet where they've been cast, but that doesn't take much to remove, and put like an engineering file over the base. So that's our one pose. The other one, as I say, you're looking at the same figure realistically with just an arm outstretched, so you aren't going to see any difference in the equipment. We've got our trumpeter. That's a bit of rubbish that's going to come off. Let's see. Again, usual nice Front Rank faces. Bit of clean up in there just to smooth things out a bit. So they've all got the heavy gauntlets on. And again, you'll probably need to clean up around the blanket just to smooth things out a bit. Again, let's get into that face a bit more. It's always going to cast a shadow with the low peak of the bare skin. I believe this is our officer. Unshaven. I don't know anything about this unit particularly. I thought that might have been, there'd been more of a triangle, you know, more of a point to the cloth, but it might all the officers may have been mounted on these square covers rather than the more pointy ones that you see sometimes. Again, just a slight mould lines, nothing to worry about under the arm there. There'll obviously be a corresponding one on the top somewhere. There he is. So that's our officer. Just a 12-man unit, so there's not a lot of variety in there. And here's our ensign, subaltern, carrying the colour. Again, just a bit of crud hanging off there. That'll knock off fairly easy. And again, just a file again, just clean this back piece up. Fairly straightforward uniform to paint. The worst bit is, because they are Scots Greys, they're obviously going to be mounted on these guys, and I must admit, painting grey horses is always my nemesis. Again, you've got that lovely bulkiness to the horse, the smooth. They really take paint well, these guys. You know, a bit of flash in the middle there between the legs. Again, not too hard to get rid of. With the reins on these, unless you're really going to go to town, it's a bit hard to drill out. So the reins will be left, and you have got a bit of a gap there anyway, just in there. So that's quite good. Again, the floating reins, as I've said before, you know, just take a nick out wherever. If you want the reins, whichever way you want to go, take a nick out and just push them left, right, up, down. Just take a small piece out with a. I use a junior hacksaw, but whatever you've got at hand. Now Mick doesn't want these docked, so Eric, if you ever see these, he said, you are going to dock them, aren't you? There's a big fat no off Mick. No, they're not being docked. So he likes them like like that famous painting. So yeah, tails are going to be intact. Again, you know, lovely. I can't. They're not you know, this is going to sound horrible. They're not the fanciest of poses. You know, you haven't got them with the necks turning one way or the other, or you know, I don't know. Just some of the more fancier poses some of the other companies put out, but they are beautifully muscled. I don't know, it's hard to explain it. They really are lovely horses to paint. Again, just got to clean up the under the belly there a bit. So that's our one pose. We've got another pose is this guy here. I'll have to remember as well to do the horse tack, the bridle and everything in, is it dark brown or orangey brown? I'm not sure. I think it's dark brown. They're not the black of the French, because that's all I seem to paint is French a lot of, so, or Italians. No, most of the time they were provided equipment wise by the French. Again, lovely horses. You'll get a very small amount of pitting in that. Just up to you if you're going to put some, you know, smear some putty in there or not. And then we've got one more pose. Now I'm not basing these. Mick, obviously, as he always does, he'll be basing these and putting the colour on. The only thing I'd ever like to see with these is a bit more like in the mane, you know, a bit more floatiness or whatever, as you know, when the horse is trotting or running, just to give that a bit more motion. But still a lovely horse to paint. There's our face again. So next time you should see these, I'll either paint 6 and show them and then do the rest of the unit, or I might do the whole unit. It just depends how well they go. As I say, it's going to be some experiment involved in trying to get some grey horses that don't all look the same. I know Mick's already told me he doesn't care, but you know, you want to do things right. So guys, thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. These were metal, obviously, 28mm Scots Greys, Napoleonic Wars from Front Rank. Thank you very much, and we'll catch each other very soon on another video.